Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rodney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Stanford's offense takes the field. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Potter.
And you got to come out.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, first play under the lights. You had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game, and this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
He's going to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, it's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Going to the running game. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tackled, but he has a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Polly.
Guys, this winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They move the tight end all over. They'll leave it with him. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He'll pull it down and run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Fair catch called for and made. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Gets rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. And is slipped out. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Toppin. And the returner will be dragged down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an...
And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northwestern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, though.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He'll have to punt for the 4th time today. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They're going to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Finds his tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to... First down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the 1st half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the 1st half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. If If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Heward. Nobody's even close to that.
And that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Stanford wants to push the pace. Looking to throw on second down. Fires and picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's just excellent coverage. Cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Wilkinson. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Going over the top. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a catch and run for 6. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're...
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's got it on the run, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Slams ahead, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking off. The snap sets up the throw. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. just enough time for one final play in this half. They're trying to get to it. What a snag by the defense. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any...
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Toner. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got an open man. Turns it on in midfield. Nothing but green ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it third and manageable and put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice 2nd down play.
Into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Here comes the field goal unit. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Might be looking to run. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Working that left side now. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
He's looking for a man on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Wilkinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Bruce. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. And they got him for the sack.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field.
Here we go. Flip it.
Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
On second down, he'll let it fly. It's gone. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
On second down, looking again to throw. Pulls it in. It's Ackerman. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. He's going to run it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense with a chance to put a stop to this drive. Ninth snap coming. It's 3rd and 4. With the catch, it's Thomas. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense is.
Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Stanford! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Cal handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Wiggles for, and it's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And more yards after contact. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Notre Dame right back to the line. Slams it ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Got it. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And down he goes back at the 3. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb, but they climbed